here, bro?
I feel like you know. This is like
Yeah,
just before you start the show.
okay presentation.
In 10 seconds, I'm gonna scream.
Okay. Yeah, hello, welcome back to Chasing Trophies. Hope everyone is doing well. We're live in Toronto, and today we're going to be talking about the FIFA World Cup. We'll be doing the predictions, talking about the teams, talking about the matches, and I have a very special guest with me all the way from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, one of the biggest football fans that I know, Mr. Tariq Ridia. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. It's a huge honor, this debut. I hope it goes well.
No, man, you taught me everything about the game. So now you just have to talk about football, talking about the World Cup. I wanted to ask you, are you excited? Because we've been watching a lot of World Cups together. This one, there's a lot of like talk. It's in America. It's in three different countries. The time zones are different. But are you excited?
I'm excited. Honestly, like I checked the schedule, and thank God, all like the really late games are the boring ones, like the Curacao and I don't know what, like the Saudi games, the Uruguay and the Spain one, the ones that I'm like really looking forward to, are good timings.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. The 3 a.m., 4 a.m. games, I'll sleep. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. Because the thing is, like, a lot of people were complaining of the timings, but this happens in World Cup. Sometimes, for the people in Qatar, like in America, the timings are very early, right? Like, so you have to get up and stuff. Now it's a bit opposite. But we did watch the Brazil World Cup together. It's a bit similar to that, I guess. And but like once the game starts, there's a lot of talk about this, that, and everything. But when the game starts, it will be exciting. I reached Canada, like slowly is building up. You see people in cars, they have their flags. The people wearing jerseys now. People are supporting their teams. There's a huge Italian population here, and since Italy are not in the World Cup, all the jerseys which were going for like $150 now they're going for $50 because they're not in the World Cup. But
Really.
yeah, but there's a huge population of like Arabs and Europeans and even Indians and Pakistanis who watch football as well. So everyone has their teams. But yeah, man, I thought like we'll discuss, preview the World Cup a bit, look at the teams, look at who we think are favorites, who you think are dark horses as well. My first question is Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, are they going to have an impact in this World Cup?
Definitely, for sure. Both of them, actually. You see, Ronaldo is the main man up front. The
Yeah.
guy just behind him is Gonzalo Ramos, and he had an okay season for PSG, but not enough to bench Ronaldo. Ronaldo had just won the Saudi League with Nasser. He was the second top scorer. He's playing against like strong defenses in the Saudi League. People are underestimating it. So he's gonna be he's in form. He's gonna take all the penalties. He's gonna try to get that goal. Especially he
Yeah.
has two easy games in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then later on, in the knockouts, you saw him in the Nations League. He scored in the knockouts. That's Ronaldo. Messi is the main man. Like people are really underestimating Messi. They're forgetting. I think I think he's still the best player in the world, and that's very controversial. But he could have still played in Europe if he wanted to. He went to the MLS, and he's like every game you see like 4 or 5 assists, 3 4 goals. They still lose. They lose like 6-4, 5-2, but he's always scoring for Inter Miami. And he's gonna play. I think at least 80 minutes plus per
And
game.
he's acclimatized to the conditions, right? He's like chilling in Miami, so like he knows like how it is over here in America and stuff like that.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that, but that's gonna be a huge advantage for him.
No, 100%, man. Messi, Ronaldo, because like we've been watching World Cups for a long time, but like since 2006 onwards, it's always between Ronaldo versus Messi, and it's insane to think that in 2026, like 20 years later, when they started the first World Cup, now this is probably the last World Cup, and it's still like Messi versus Ronaldo kind of thing, and they'll still have an impact for their team, man. That is incredible. From
I
their
won't be surprised if it's Messi versus Ronaldo in 4 years again. Uh, I don't think this is the last World Cup. I don't think this is their last World Cup.
Man, he's like already 41. The other guy's 39. But yeah, I mean, you never know with these guys. Keshav is in the house. He's asking you thoughts on James Rodriguez.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. James has kind of disappeared from the club level, But for Colombia, he's still playing really well. He's their talisman. He takes all their set pieces, their free kicks, their corners, uh, and he plays really well for the national team. He actually plays a much deeper role. He receives the ball, play makes. You might not see him like that World Cup where he was the top scorer, but he'll definitely be the playmaker, a deep line playmaker, and one to look
Yeah,
out for.
he's like 35 years old. He still has like, I mean, I forgot that he's still playing, man. To be very honest with you,
Yeah.
because like you said, you don't see him that much at the club level. But I remember the 2014 World Cup. He was very influential for Colombia, and he took them, to the quarterfinals. I think in that one, or semi, like whatever that was. That was incredible. But like, if we're looking at like in general, the top four teams for you, and you have to take into account the condition and stuff. I heard, in Mexico, there's going to be like their ground is on a high altitude. I don't know, it's like 20,000 feet or something like that. It's even hotter, and apparently they're gonna like for teams are gonna practice like in saunas and stuff. They're gonna try to replicate the conditions. And England potentially might have a game over there in against Mexico in the round of 16 or quarterfinals, and they're already thinking about how they're gonna prepare. But if I just ask you on the top of your head, like going into the World Cup, your top four.
My top four favorites, is that the question?
Yeah, who do you think is going to be in the semifinals? Four teams.
I mean, I think that's different. The semifinals, there's always going to be one surprise at least,
Yeah,
which I will speak about that, the dark horses later. But I think the
yeah.
favorites are, the typical ones, France, Spain. Those two, I think those two are the main favorites. And then probably third and fourth, you'd put Brazil. And fourth is between a lot of teams, but I'll say Portugal because I want to back Ronaldo.
You think Argentina has a better chance than I mean Brazil has a better chance than Argentina?
Yeah, I mean Argentina in the Copa America and even in the qualifiers, they always beat Brazil. They've been
Yeah,
beating them the last 3 4 years. But Ancelotti is really, I think, the difference maker for Brazil this year. He's playing 4-2-4, like four attackers, and I know that sounds very like reckless, but that's the Brazil way. Like if you look at all the past teams in the past, was Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Kaká, Rivaldo. Those were
mm,
four forwards. That's the team that won the 2002 World Cup. So he's not playing. He's playing the Brazil way, and knowing Ancelotti because I'm a Real Madrid fan.
yeah.
Vinicius under Ancelotti was a beast. Like he just let him play the way he wants. So if this happens again and he just allows him to play his game, I think Brazil can go further than Argentina. Honestly,
Do you think Brazil has the best centre back pairing in the World Cup? Marquinhos and Gabriel. Gabriela.
that's a good question. Uh, I guess right now you could say that Gabriel is probably the one of the best defenders in the world right now. Marquinhos is a very disciplined, good leader, very experienced. He just won the Champions League with PSG, and you saw like when Gabriel missed the penalty,
Yeah,
how
he went up
Marquinhos.
to him. Yeah.
So like they have a good brotherhood. So other than them being the best, they have a very good partnership. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure there are really a lot of good defenses like Saliba and Upamecano if Saliba is
Yeah.
fit. But yeah, probably Brazil. Yeah, that's a good shout for the best center
Yeah, I think the issue might be their fullbacks, but if you look at the defense, their midfield, how do you think the midfield sets up? You see Casemiro there?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Casemiro is their main guy in midfield. So I said earlier it's 4-2-4, but
Yeah.
recently actually Ancelotti has been putting Paqueta in. So it was Bruno, Guimaraes, and Casemiro, and then the four forwards in front of him. But the
Mm.
last friendly, Paqueta played, making it a 4-3-3, which is a bit different. But I think Ancelotti will stick with 4-2-4, and I think that's their main problem. They'll go far playing the Brazil way, but once they start playing the big teams, two midfielders are it's not going to be enough. You can't just
Yeah, yeah. When you play the bigger teams, you need some more protection in the midfield.
yeah,
And
exactly.
I think Tanishq is saying the same thing, but Brazil has big issue. Their fullbacks, without looking at the squad, you can't name even one of their fullbacks. TK, can you name the fullbacks?
Yeah, yeah. They're playing Wesley and
Yeah, Wesley.
Wesley right back, but he actually just got injured last night
Yeah,
in their friendly. So yeah, their fullbacks are the left back is either Alexandro or actually I forgot the other guy's name. But yeah,
Yeah,
they're fullbacks from like either the Brazilian league or very old, like Alexandro. You probably remember him from Juventus from like 10 years ago. So yeah,
yeah,
they're a bit weak in the fullbacks areas, but if they do play 4-2-4, you have four forwards. You do not need those fullbacks that go up. You need them just to stay back. You know what
yeah.
I mean? So like, if they stay back, then it's gonna be four center backs, kind of like Arsenal, how Arsenal play, and
Mm.
that's enough. It's the you know.
Yeah, did you see Pochettino backflip last night? Oh man, that goal was crazy, bro. You saw the Robinson's goal?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Oh my god, I didn't see the backflip, but I saw the goal
Yeah, yeah,
was
the
crazy, man.
celebration. Not Pochettino didn't do the backflip. Robinson did the backflip.
Oh, Robinson, I saw that. I didn't see Pochettino's. Yeah, I thought he did the backflip.
Pochettino, no, he's too old,
Huh?
bro. He's too old to do. He's too old to do that. Yeah,
Guys,
crazy.
you think yeah, you think a big issue will be Rafinha and Vinny chemistry because they have a huge tussle. The Madrid Barca thing, I think you're saying.
Yeah, but you know, you've seen it over the years.
Yeah,
When Mourinho was in Madrid, and
yeah,
Madrid and Barca players always fighting, but then they go and
yeah.
they win
But
the
then,
World Cup.
yeah, they won the
You
World
know,
Cup. Yeah, 100%.
they win the
Yeah,
Euros. They when you come with the national team, you forget about all that stuff.
well, this is the comment of the day, Ashutosh. For a for a second, I thought this is that Carrie Minati, bro. So this is basically thought I came from my brother's wedding in India. There was Mogs fairs, everyone was there, and then suddenly I'm looking for him. It's a dinner party, and this guy just his first time he's in India, so I'm looking for him. I'm asking people, try to find him. Then I see there's like a bunch of people like waiters and everyone working in that place. They're taking selfies with him. I said, bro, why are you taking selfies? They go, this Carrie Minati. I said, no, it's not. It's not Carrie
I need to move
Minati.
to India, man. I'll get famous over there.
Yeah, bro. Chelsea team is the best team of football. No, but yeah, we talked a bit of Brazil. Can you talk to me about France because this is the team that everyone is talking about? Man, they have options everywhere, bro. Like Olise, freaking Dembele, Mbappe. What's his name, bro? Turkey is also in the team. They have a solid defensive line that you're saying Upamecano, Saliba. They've got, I think, goalkeeper from AC Milan as well. But yeah, they have different. They have a lot of options even coming off the bench. And Golo Kante is still there, bro. TK, I didn't know he's still there, bro. He's still in the midfield. But yeah, your thoughts on France?
Yeah, France is very star-studded team. Uh, you see them as the clear favorite to go and win it. The
Yeah,
only issue I see with France is the midfield. They have Chouameni, who's one of the best defensive midfielders in the world, but next to him, no one really knows who's going to play. Uh, Before it would be Pogba, before it would be a younger Kante, but now it's between Kante, Adrian Rabiot, and
yeah,
probably Zaire Emery, and those three are not. You know, it's an aging Kante. It's a Rabiot who's very good, but he had a lot of disciplinary issues, and he's not consistent. And then the one that people are really hoping to do well is Zaire Emery, who had a great season with PSG.
yeah.
Uh, Actually, PSG in the league, they didn't play any of their players. The person who got the most minutes was Zaire Emery in the league, but in the Champions League, he was on the bench
He's
because
on
that's
the
their
bench.
main
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
So in the league, the French league, he was actually one of the best center midfielders next to Vitinha. So if
Yes.
they do end up playing with him, then I think France will do really well. I mean, there's no need to speak about their forwards. We all know how good Olise, Dembele, Mbappe. It's too good.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, TK, like Dembele, he's Ballon d'Or. This guy killed it in the Champions League and everything. But if you see his last two World Cups, he didn't have that big of an impact. I think he got hooked off in that final as well in Qatar. And then the World Cup that they won, also, he didn't have too many minutes. How important do you think it is for him? And is it a case like, how Mbappe is in, like, for Madrid right now? He's not like killing it, and Dembele is killing it for PSG. But is it the case international swaps a bit where Mbappe is the main man and Dembele is a bit in the shadows?
I think yeah, that's a good comparison that you're making. At PSG, it's Dembele's team, more or less. He takes the penalties. He can afford to take many shots. But Mbappe, he's the dictator. Like that meme is sadly a truth. With Mbappe, you have to supply him. He has to be the top scorer. He's taking the penalties. So we'll see. We'll see how they gel with each other. It's gonna be tough for sure. But you're forgetting there's Doué, there's Olise. So even if
Yeah.
Dembele is on the bench, they can still win the World Cup without him. But
You
we'll
saw
see.
you saw Dewey's brother. For
Yeah,
Ivory Coast.
yeah, yeah.
That
He scored and
guy's
assisted.
my guy. Yeah, bro.
France. Very impressive.
Yeah, man. Ivory Coast is becoming my favorite team, bro. But I'll just yeah. So everyone is calling you Carrie Minati in the chat. Then not to forget. Uh, Sorry, can you? Yeah, not to forget. Doué, I think they should start with Dembele down the center to let Mbappe play in his favorite position on the left wing. But Musa, Mbappe is the best player in the World Cup ever, and Deschamps has already figured in 2022 a way to play both Dembele and Mbappe. Yeah, I mean that's fair enough. Like Mbappe is like in terms of World Cup, he's proven, bro. Like he's won the World Cup in the finals. He single-handedly took the game to penalties, right? The way he played, he scored the crazy goals and everything. Like I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying he, like Dembele. Sometimes is a bit like under the shadow. It's a bit different, like when he's playing for France, and maybe it's Dembele's time to shine as well. Because if he does win this World Cup, then Ballon d'Or for sure again, and he's going to freaking be like in history of football. Everyone's going to talk about Ousmane Dembele, man. Like it's going to be crazy. Like if he has a good World Cup, but obviously Mbappe is the main guy. And I don't think anyone has an issue with that. In France, Deschamps has really worked. He has a good plan for France, and they're doing well, and they pretty much gel, and all the ego clashes are not there as much. But one or two bad games, then we'll see what happens. Their group, TK, you see them coming out of it, right? Like no issues. I mean, it is a bit tricky, but Senegal is the first game they lost to Senegal in 2002.
Yeah, the opening match where they
Yeah,
lost. Remember that? Yeah.
yeah,
To be honest, they can. There could be an upset there. You never know. Like if they don't do well against Senegal, they have Norway next. No, they have Iraq next.
yeah,
Uh, they'll beat Iraq, and then they'll pass. I don't. You know what? Actually, I take it back. This World Cup, I don't think there's going to be any group upsets because there's way too many teams.
yeah,
There's Iraq in their group. You know what I mean? They're going to beat them. Like the old
yeah,
World Cup formats, every group was a group of death.
yeah.
But yeah, so no, I see
Is
them
this
coming up.
one? You see them coming up. With the midfield of Turkey, Odise, Conte, I say Mbappe on left, Dembele center, and do it down the right. According to my wildest prediction, Morocco is going to win this year's FIFA World Cup by beating Argentina in the final, Brazil quarter, and Japan in the semis. Argentina is going to beat Colombia, Portugal, and I think Spain. He's saying, who do you think is the real AFCON winner? Senegal, man. They won on the pitch. Senegal is the real AFCON winner, bro, for me. Sadio
Definitely.
Mane. Yeah, bro.
Definitely.
No, but then we talk about Spain a bit. Spain again, high possession football. Lamine Yamal coming back from injury, I think, but he should be down to go. He's ready to go. I think, man, this is the first time a player is going to be like look like a superstar player. He's already a superstar before playing the World Cup. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, and he's so young.
And he's
He's
so young, man. Like I know there's been like Mbappe, Ronaldo, they made the World Cup debut. There's name about them, but like Lamine Yamal is already like a superstar player, and he hasn't played a World Cup yet.
100%. I don't think that's ever happened before.
Yeah. So yeah, how are you looking at the Spanish team again? High possession
Spanish
football, I'm
team,
assuming.
the Spanish team, yeah, he's injured. He has a hamstring injury,
Yeah,
which is I think they're trying to hide it. That it's actually worse than people think it is because hamstring takes time. So they have Saudi Arabia and Capo Verde, their first two games. He can, they can really afford to rest him if they can for those two games, and then play him against Uruguay to get the first place spot. Because if Spain comes second, and they can play Argentina if Argentina comes
oh
first in there. So they
yeah,
really don't want to come second. So I'm sure they'll win the first two games. They don't need him, and then they'll bring him on against Uruguay. And I think going forward, the Spain will do really well. But there's another injury scare, which is Nico Williams. He's
Oh
just as
yeah.
good as Lamine Yamal, and he's injured.
Hmm.
So it's Spain are favorites because of the way they play, because of Lamine Yamal. But if those two guys are still injured or get injured again during the World Cup, I think that'll be the end of Spain.
Yeah. So let me imagine you're like predicting to come like most likely third game of the group stages.
I think he'll come the second game against Saudi. He'll come off the bench,
Yeah.
but if they're smart, they will rest him. They'll try to rest him.
Hmm. By the way, loving the team send-offs. Brazil got baptized Norway with Viking costumes, and the Turkey convoy was insane. The big issue will be how well does Rodri do because in Euro 2024, Yamal, Nico, and Oyarzabal forward line did well only because of superb performance of Rodri. Their manager needs to get in Raya and not go with Unai Simon again. Raya shit, man. Forget it. Why do you want Raya? No, I'm
Well,
just joking. Huh?
right. Yeah, I mean, Unai Simon never messed up for the coach. The coach loves him.
Yeah,
He's a top goalkeeper. You don't break like if you can't if it's not broken, don't fix it. Yeah, that's why.
fix it. Yeah,
Yeah,
if it
with
ain't broke.
Raya, he's probably the best goalkeeper this year. But as you can see in the penalty shootouts against PSG, he dives too early. So like that's his clear weakness. He in penalty
Yeah,
shootouts.
yeah.
He's probably one of the best goalkeepers at shot stopping, at mostly everything else. But when it comes to penalties, I don't rate him. And maybe Unai Simon, they might need him for penalties.
Yeah, or they
You know?
can do the swap like the Netherlands did in 2014.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
Uh,
that's a good shot.
if Musi starts, he will start Cunha instead of Rafinha or Neymar. Yeah, bro. Of course, Cunha is my guy, man. Of course, why wouldn't I back him, bro? That's that guy. Cunha, Dorgu, and Bruno. This is like all Ballon d'Or winners, man, for me because of the game in the Emirates. You remember that game, TK, the 3-2? Yeah.
Of
The
course.
whole Ballon d'Or winners. But like, I mean, is it there a case for Cunha to start? Like, if like, I mean, Vinicius on the left, then on the right you got Rafinha. Can he play down the middle?
He can definitely behind the striker, who might
They
be
have
Igor
Igor
Thiago.
Tiogo. Yeah, Igor Tiogo. Yeah,
He Some people are saying that he might even start with Igor Thiago and Vinny and Rafinha on the wings, and Cunha
yeah,
behind them.
yeah.
I sadly don't think Neymar is gonna feature this World Cup. He
He's not
might
gonna play at all. You think?
maybe maybe third or fourth place. When they lose the semis, there's third or fourth place. He'll play. They'll let him play there.
Yeah,
He's injured, and Santos has been hiding that he's injured, and
yeah,
so they called him up. And as soon as he went to the Brazil national team, they diagnosed him. They're like, this guy's injured. So
yeah.
he's unfortunately he's past it, and probably going into the semis he might get fit, but he might come off the bench. I don't think he'll yeah I don't think he'll feature too much.
No, no, Cunha is way down the order because there's Endrick, Igor, Thiago, even Bruno Gomes, and Neymar will be impact sub. No chance for Cunha. I don't think Neymar, like even how what Tarek is saying, I don't think that Neymar's gonna play, bro. At least the group stage is not playing for sure. Uh, he is like they're hiding his injury and stuff, and yeah, Neymar's injuries. It takes a long time. It could be wrong, but I think Cunha will play, man. If he doesn't start, he'll come sub, man. Don't worry, bro. He's gonna have an impact in the World Cup. Even your boy Martinelli will play as well. Don't stress about it. Martinelli is gonna come. The coach likes him, man. He likes Martinelli. They're all gonna come. But TK, let's talk about your favorite team, man. Not Portugal. We'll talk about England.
Oh man,
This is where you
honestly,
get very passionate, man. You watch all these guys day in day out. You were just currently in England. You were partying with Saka and stuff for the Arsenal parade.
yeah.
Your thoughts on the England team, mate?
Like honestly, I don't know. There were some questionable picks. I'm sure everyone's talking about that. Not taking Cole Palmer, not taking Maguire, not taking who else missed out? Big names.
This guy, bro,
Phil Foden,
with Foden,
Foden,
Palmer,
and
and
then
Maguire. Bro, you know, one of our friends is extremely pissed off that Maguire's not in the team.
oh, yeah, the boss.
The boss is pissed, man. How can you not take Maguire in the
Yeah,
team?
look,
Yeah,
jokes aside about Maguire, I think he should have been picked, and I think he should be starting. He has experience. He's a towering defender. He heads the ball. He does heading clearances. He played very well for United this year. So I was very shocked that he didn't make it. It seems like he's gonna play with Gahey and Konza at the back. I mean, Gahey's very good and played really well for City. But under pressure against Everton, he just gave the ball away. I don't know if you remember that this year.
yeah, yeah,
People forget that he played for Crystal Palace, like just before City. You need someone next to him that can be experienced and who has played in such tournaments before. You put Konza, who's an Aston Villa defender, who I don't even think they kept any clean sheets this year. Aston Villa, like
Stones is
they
not gonna start.
I mean, maybe, but like Stones didn't play a single game this year. He just played in his last match because they felt bad he's
Yeah,
leaving. Like,
yeah.
and then they got
So
Dan Burn. So
yeah,
like the defense
yeah. I
is
know you're right. Yeah,
yeah.
the defense is
Other,
questionable, and like, yeah,
I mean, other than that, I like their wingers. I like Saka on the right and on the left, whether it's Gordon or Rashford. I think they'll do really well. Their midfield is very strong, but you need a Cole Palmer there. Like if things go wrong, you put Cole Palmer on. You know Cole Palmer. He's not a really an English player. He's more of a type of player that wants to shoot, wants to make do
yeah.
tricks, get things done. If you're in trouble, you can put him on and you can do something. Now, if you're in trouble, who are you gonna put on? I mean, there's Morgan Rogers, sure, but then other than Morgan Rogers, there's no one else other than him in the attacking mid. I mean, Jude
And
Bellingham is definitely gonna start, and
yeah.
yeah, go on.
No, I was saying Palmer also got that goal in the Euros, right? Like you said, he takes shots and stuff. So uh, he
Yeah,
does take a chance, and sometimes it can become a goal, and you're back in the game, and that's what happened in that Euros final as well.
yeah, exactly. And if people don't seem to forget about the Club World Cup, they just last summer in America, he scored and assisted in the final against PSG. They beat them 2-1, was it, or 3-1? Forgot. But he has that in him. He has he just didn't play really well this year. But it's just very weird that he didn't take him.
Hmm. Don Carlos is the perfect man to handle Neymar. If there was any other manager, he would submit to Neymar and let him start. No World Cup for Brazil for 24 years now. Brazil wants a World Cup more than playing Neymar. Cunha will definitely play. Let's not forget Ecuador in the South America qualifier. They played 18 games and conceded only 5 goals, clean sheet against Colombia. Brazil. I was going to talk about Ecuador. For me, Ecuador, Mexico, these guys are like the dark horses. Man, it's going to be difficult to break this kind of team. And if they play in these kind of conditions, if there's any high altitude ground like the Mexico one, these guys will be tough to beat for sure. A friend is Musti who is upset over Maguire not being there. No, it's not me who's upset. There's another guy. He doesn't even support Man United. He's the biggest Harry Maguire fan, just individual. He supports Real Madrid originally, but like he's right. Tiki is the biggest Maguire fan, right?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
used to say he's the best center back, even when people used to make fun of him when he was the biggest meme in the world. And
Yeah.
and look, he ended up being right. He ended up okay, not being the best, but he made a comeback. He's doing pretty well right now.
Yeah. England got no chance. That's facts. There's Jude and Elliot Anderson, Rice, CDM. To the contrary, this might be England's best chance after 2006. Man, we always say that, bro. Even in 2006, I was like so hyped up for them. There's Beckham, Gerrard, Lampard, but flipping, they didn't do crap, man. Carrie Minati, next video when? When is your next video? Bonjour.
He's
Bonjour. You This guy Phantom TK is a huge Tottenham Hotspur fan, man. He used to come depressed every day, thing. Even when we were doing IPL streams, he used to come and tell Fez, "Can you help me? Like, I'm losing my mind." He's a huge Tottenham fan. It is imminent that Portugal will come good. Maguire is a my role model. Whom does our new guest here support? He supports Real Madrid. And who are you supporting? Portugal, right? And Saudi Arabia and Portugal.
Yeah, so it's Saudi Arabia, but they're not gonna make it out of the group stage. So it's
Yeah.
Portugal. I want
Okay.
Ronaldo to get his World Cup. Complete football.
Bro, if Saudi Arabia beats Spain, you have to fly in over here to Toronto, pick me up, and we go to Vegas or LA. We go to LA, okay? We chill with Rio Ferdinand, okay?
Done, done.
Yo, TK, guess who's coming next week, bro? They're coming, the whole group, the Big Six, Saeed, everyone. They're coming to Toronto. I'm going to try and
Oh,
attend their
really?
show. Yeah, bro, with
United
my
guy,
guys.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Uh, Musi, confirm for 6 p.m. today. Podcast, वगैरह तो चलते रहे. Confirm what, man? Right now, it's all about the World Cup. TK, tell this guy, Vinay, that no chilling, only football, bro. And tell him that he's a huge Arsenal supporter. Tell him he hates Arsenal, but just tell him that like he needs to memorize the PSG song. Saudi will qualify. They will beat Uruguay. Man, I hope they beat Uruguay, but it's going to be tough. We were talking about England, the midfield, TK. But then we have to talk about one of the best strikers in the world, Harry Kane. I mean, he's scoring now. He's scoring in Bayern as well, and scoring in the Champions League. He's a quality. Like sometimes I criticize him a lot, right? And I get pissed off because I feel that sometimes he doesn't get criticized for the things other people get criticized. But he's a world class player, and this I don't know, but I think it might be his last World Cup. But how important is he?
I mean, he's without him, they're gonna play with Ollie Watkins. Like he's the most important
You
player.
forgot, bro. Our guy is in the squad.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Our
I just
guy
told
is
you.
in the squad. You called it 6 months ago when we were watching the game, Ahli Nasser game. Remember?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do remember
Yeah.
actually because if anything, there's not many strikers for England, and he has a different profile. He can come on, get headers. If they go to penalty shootouts, you're for sure he's gonna score one. He has one of the best
Tony,
records in
yeah,
the whole
Tony.
world penalties.
Yeah.
But he's definitely gonna be he's gonna come on this like extra time after Watkins if they need a second goal. But I don't think he's gonna play that much.
Yeah, but yeah, your thoughts on Kane?
Oh yeah, Kane this year he's probably the best player in the world this year. But you have to remember he has Luis Diaz, Olise, creating for him. With England, the only creators on that team are that start. There aren't any actually. If you think about it, Jude Bellingham is not really a creator. Rice and Elliott are not. Saka might be the closest one to being a creator, but he's not a playmaker. Saka is more of a winger. Rashford and Gordon are more of wingers. So Kane needs someone like a Foden, like a Palmer to slide in those through balls. So he's probably going to score. He's definitely going to score. He always gets on the score sheet, whether it's a penalty or a header. But he needs someone to be a playmaker, and I think that's what England's going to lack this World Cup.
People forget that he missed that penalty against France. He scores that goal, it could have been a different night.
Yeah, yeah. He skied
Remember
it,
that?
right?
Yeah, he skied it, yeah.
You could have made it.
Oh, but
2-2.
yeah. Yeah, exactly, and that's what it is, right? Like he'll come into the goal scoring opportunities. If he grabs them, he can be the guy who can take them a bit far. But I'll be honest with you. I had a different opinion on Gareth Southgate. I've told you this before and stuff. I thought he was a good manager, man. He used to take them like semi-finals, finals. You play pragmatic football, but that's how sometimes you need to be in a World Cup. You need to play sometimes boring, and you need to be cagey. And you need to have a bit of luck sometimes to go a bit forward because I don't think they have the talent of Spain, France, and stuff. I don't think man for man they can match those players. You yourself said, if Harry Kane, when he's playing with Olise, it's different when he's playing with Declan Rice, right? And that just goes to show that man for man, they don't have that talent. So they need to. But Thomas Tuchel, do you think he's going to do something different? Obviously, I think the way he's picked the squad as well, there is a system that he's looking at. He's going to play a bit more football as compared to maybe Southgate.
Uh, Unfortunately, I think it's in the England DNA, and the fact that Tuchel didn't pick players that are more possession-based playmakers. I think
Mm.
Southgate's England is already better, or like I don't think Tuchel will do as good as Southgate. I mean, they went to the final of the Euros, they went to the semifinals, or was it the quarterfinals in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Uh, like you said, his pragmatic football can take them very far, similar to Arteta, how they get to the final. But if you don't win, you don't win, you know. And Arteta ended
Yeah.
up losing on penalties, which was unlucky. But Southgate also lost to Spain in the final, and it's nice, you know, to say, oh, we came to the final. But if you're not gonna win it, what's really the point? So
Mm.
with Tuchel, I don't think much is gonna change given the changes in the given the selections he made. I don't see it. I don't see how they're going to keep possession against the Spains, against France, and they're going to
Mm.
rely on the counter attack. They're going to be relying on Rashford, Gordon, Saka, those two guys who played uh, so many, like, especially Saka, played so many games, got injured. You're relying on those guys to make a difference because Kane is going to be on the end of the chances. Whereas when you see France, you have Dembele, Olise, Mbappe.
Mm.
Look how fast those guys are. If they Due, Shirky, all these guys, top talents. Spain, Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, uh, even Portugal's midfield. Portugal have a similar issue to England because their wingers are also not that creative. But then you have Bruno Fernandes, who's creating chances, top assister
Yeah.
of the Premier League this season. Just England don't have that playmaker that all these other teams have, or those fast wingers, informed wingers, and I just sadly don't think they'll get that far.
Uh, thoughts on thoughts on Kurkao?
I don't know anything about them.
Uh, thoughts on Haiti?
All I know about Haiti is they had like a earthquake every once in a while.
That's from
That's the problem
geography
with the
class.
H.
That's from
Yeah,
geography class. That's why you know. I was in the same
yes,
class.
yeah.
Oh shit! It was Haiti. Now
Look,
we did a whole like case study on that place, bro.
exactly, exactly. Look, that's the
Uh,
problem with the 48 man World Cup. It's like there's so many teams, like it's not really worth talking about them. Like no disrespect, but like
you are
what's gonna happen?
disrespecting them.
Yeah, I am.
No,
I guess I am. I don't know anything
let's talk.
about them.
Let's talk about Portugal. I mean, I think that they're a solid team, bro. Defensively, I don't know how you look at it, but midfield is stacked. The attacking players are stacked, bro. When you look at Vitinha, Neves, and Bruno Fernandes, that team has to be good, man. Is there an argument that Portugal sometimes play better without Ronaldo? I sometimes feel they do, man.
Look, I don't remember when they played without Ronaldo. You know what I
You
mean?
know, I remember in Qatar when he came off in one of the games and Gonzalo Ramos came out and scored a hat trick that game.
No, that game was against Switzerland, and Ramos started, scored the
Yeah,
hat trick, and
yeah.
Ronaldo came on later. They won. The next game, Ramos started again against Morocco, and Morocco beat them 1-0. Ronaldo came
And
on at the
Ronaldo
end.
came. Yeah,
He came on the end, and nothing happened. So the only one game is the one against Switzerland when Ramos started and got a hat trick. And there are
yeah,
many other games in the qualifiers where Ronaldo's either suspended from like a red card or injured, and no one stood up. No one. Unfortunately, Jota, who rest in peace, passed
rest in
away.
peace.
If he
Yeah.
was still alive, if he was still alive, I think people will push for Jota to play instead of Ronaldo, and that would have been a good case. But Gonzalo Ramos, come on.
Yeah, no, I think that's correct. Like in terms of Ronaldo, I mean, like they don't have a backup yet. But how do you see them playing in this tournament? In the Euros, they were pretty boring, man. Like to be honest, but then they played really well in the Nations League. So how do you see their blink? Do you feel it's going to be a bit pragmatic? But they do have some good attacking players now as well, and they can keep the ball as well. They don't normally keep the ball, Portugal, but this time, do you see them keeping the ball a bit?
Uh, I mean, yeah, they have the best midfield in the whole World Cup. Those three guys that you just talked about, I mean, like, those are, for without a doubt, the best. You have Vitinha, Joao Neves, who played together at PSG, won the Champions League, won the league, won the treble, I think, this year. Uh, and then you have Bruno Fernandes, who's probably the best player, the PWA Player of the Year in the Premier League. Even though United didn't win it, they came third. The amount of chances he creates, it's all about if Ronaldo can finish those chances, if Leao can. And the right winger spot is either going to be Bernardo, who's going to join in the midfield and like drift wide every once in a while.
Wow, man, he's also there, man. Shit.
Yeah. So sadly, I think they might be boring again because you have four midfielders and you don't have that speedy winger, that speedy player that can get past players and score like a Vinny, like a Dembele, Rafinha. That's what they're lacking. They have Rafael Leao, but he's really been off form. And he just got a red card in a friendly yesterday. It doesn't seem he's like on it. Uh, it really depends on those players, the wingers that come on, that can support Ronaldo. The Pedro Neto, who just disappeared in the second half of the his Chelsea season this year. There's the Fabio Conceição, the player for Juventus, the small guy, the short guy, the winger, very fast. But none of them are like big names that really make a difference. You don't have Nani or Quaresma like before. And people used to make fun of that Portugal team, but those two guys used to, on the
Yeah.
counter, Portugal were dangerous on the counter because of those two guys. Now, it's just they hold possession, and if a team just has a low block against them, like Portugal doesn't really have another a plan B. That's the only thing I see that they're lacking.
They also missed that Pepe and Carvalho link up, man. That was solid. Like I know that like they made mistakes and stuff, but they were solid at the back, man.
Yeah, ever since then, I don't think they have a better centre back partnership. This year, it's going to probably be Diaz and Ignacio. Ignacio was very good in the Portuguese league, and Ruben Diaz not so good for Man City. He got dropped by Husanov and Gehi. So yeah, their centre backs, their wingers are lacking a bit. But the best team in the World Cup doesn't always win. Like look at Argentina last year. No one thought
Yeah.
they'll win it. They had Messi. The rest of their team is very average. Their defense is not that good.
And they
Their
got
midfield
lucky
is
against
not that good.
Netherlands, bro,
But
that game.
yeah, they did honestly. Uh, but they went through because they had Alvarez, Martinez, and Messi just scoring, and that's what they needed. So like if those three, Vitinha, Neves, Bruno, and Ronaldo scores his chances, that might be just enough for them to win the World Cup.
Some journalists actually said that Portugal is a better team than Ronaldo. That was Ali McCoist. And then Owen Hargreaves was on that panel and he said what you said, TK. He said that, like, no, that's actually rubbish, man. Ronaldo is a great player and people think he's selfish, but he came and told me after I took the free kick against Arsenal. Remember when he took that quick free kick in the
Yeah,
Champions League final? He told me to take the free kicks. Ronaldo told me, like, so, yeah. But don't
yeah.
you think, yeah.
I mean,
For
Ronaldo recently with Portugal, he's okay with leaving the field on the 70th minute. He's giving the free kicks to Bruno. He's you can't take penalties from Ronaldo. That's one thing you just cannot take from him. But everything else, he's leaving it for the others. He's
Yeah.
humbled himself a bit. He knows that Bruno will be better on the free kick, and you saw that in United in his final season. He even gave Bruno some penalties. So
Yeah.
I think he knows his place now, Ronaldo. He just unfortunately you got to play him. Ronaldo is Portugal. Portugal is Ronaldo. There's no point of talking
One
about.
last time, huh? Last dance, baby. There's gonna be a
No, no,
documentary
that's
on.
it. He's gonna keep
Huh?
playing, bro. He's gonna if he doesn't win, he's gonna play when he's 45. If he doesn't win, he's gonna play
Bro,
when he's
he
40.
can't play when he's 45, man. It's
Yeah,
not
bro.
possible, bro.
You'll see. You'll see. He'll find a way to do it.
If he plays till 45, then he has to play till he's 50 because the World Cup after that is the Saudi one in 2034.
His son will play in that one.
Don't you think with Rafael Leao in terrible form, a major chunk of responsibility lies again on Ronaldo? Ronaldo
Yeah, that's
has
exactly
had
what I was
some bad
saying.
games.
Is that
Yeah.
Leao's form is going to be very important going into the World Cup, and it's not that good right now. He needs to step up. He needs to be that winger that can get those through balls, run across, cross it to Ronaldo, or score it himself. They're going to rely on him very heavily.
Still, that bald guy will play Ruben Neves instead of João Neves, Francisco Conceição Trincao. Uh, One second. Oh, Mox is in the house. He's saying TK in the house. He's saying TK is in the house. Yeah, that's Mox. Ja Mario, my goat. I have a theory. Bruno likes to be the leader in United of the midfield and a tad bit selfish. With Vitinha and Neves, he will have to be a team player. It's not United, mate. Gary Minati in the house. Ronaldo can play like. What did he say? Mox said Ronaldo can play like Dhoni. Like, Mox is in the house, late night settings, man. Yeah, so we talked Portugal, we talked Spain, Brazil, France, Argentina. You said Messi's still going to be the main man this time around again, and you don't see them going too far. The
They're not. They're
other
not going to get.
teams,
They're not going to get as many penalties. That's pretty
Argentina,
much it. Yeah,
Portugal's going to get.
so like no, I mean like the Qatar World Cup. Like you said, they
Yeah,
got lucky.
they
So
got a lot of penalties, yeah.
they'll probably go out in the quarters. You know what I mean? They won't go that
Yeah.
far.
TK, when we were growing up, there was a team who used to win everything. I used to get so pissed off, and they would always come to the finals, semifinals. They were always the favorites. But now we don't talk. We talk about them like they're like a dark horse or like an underdog, and that's Germany, man. Can you imagine when we were growing up, like Podolski, Klose,
Yeah,
Schweinsteiger, Ballack, Philip Lahm? I remember 2006. We had an exam the next day, both of us, and we were sitting talking to each other, watching the Philip Lahm like this 1-5-0. Remember Germany, Costa Rica? I was like, what the hell is this player
yeah.
and what a team? And they were incredible. Even like though they didn't win that World Cup, I think they won in 2014 after. But every World Cup that they were going into, they were deemed as favorites. But now it's completely changed. The style is changed. It looks like you can like play them off the park. Before they used to be like very intimidating, man. Big players.
Yeah, definitely, man. They just the amount of superstars is just lacking in Germany. Before you'd have Ballack, Klose, the top scorer of the World Cup, Thomas Muller. These guys, like you said,
Muller.
Ozil, very scary
Yeah.
to play against them. They're talented. They're mentally the strongest team in the world. Like, they're going in. They'll be disappointed if they don't win the World Cup every single year. But now, like you
Yeah.
said, like they have Kai Havertz leading their line. Like, you know, I mean,
Samana,
he's look. Jokes aside, he's gonna have a good World Cup, I'm sure, because he has Curacao the first game. He's gonna probably score like 2, 3 goals against them. But then, like going forward, their depth is a bit low. If Havertz gets injured, if he gets tired, who are they gonna bring on? They have Undav, who's like not even known. He's a very good striker in the Bundesliga, but like long time ago they used to have Mario Götze coming off the bench. But
Yeah.
now I don't know. They're a very solid team. They'll go far, and you never know. They could win it, but they just need to get a bit lucky and have all their players fit throughout the World Cup.
Rudiger still at the back.
Yeah, I think so. Him and I think it's between him, Jonathan Tah, and Schlotterbeck. Those three. Two of them will play. I think Rudiger will start. Uh, Rudiger had a very okay season with Madrid. A bit crazy at times. He can lose his head, a bit like Pepe, but he's not as good as Pepe. They have Kimmich who can like discipline them. He's probably the best player in Germany, but it's just not enough. You know what I mean? Whether it's defense or midfield or forward line, they became a 7 out of 10 team, and they used to be a 9 out of 10 in every department. So we'll see.
And from the African teams, I mean, AFCON is one of my favorite tournaments, and I get like, I love the African teams when they play. I hope Ivory Coast do well, but then there is Senegal, there is What's it called? Morocco. Also, Egypt have a good group. They have a good chance to qualify as well for the next round. If you look at Egypt's group, is it? It is right. They have a decent group. No.
Yeah, they have Belgium and
Yeah, they can go
who
through,
else they
man.
have?
Like two
Two
other
other
teams
teams.
are. Yeah. But is there any teams that like? Do you think Morocco can go far or Senegal can go far this World Cup?
I think Morocco's honeymoon period is done. It's ending. They're not as good as they used to be, especially with that final.
They changed their coach as well, right?
Actually, I don't know. I'm
I
not
think
sure.
so, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that final in the Afcon, I think it's gonna really weigh over them for a long time. They really messed up, and the players doing the towel tricks with the Senegal players.
Yeah.
It's actually one of their best players, Saybody, doing that. They're I think that was the end of their being at the top, and they might not they might not get out of the group stage. Scotland is a good team this year, and
Yeah,
it might be until
Scotland.
Scotland comes out. Yeah, that's a dark horse. I think not many people are talking about Scott McTominay. Like
Ma-
he's actually amazing. He's not a
Yo,
John Mc.
McTominay Ballon d'Or, man. Napoli, they love him. You know, I think after Maradona, if there's a player that they hyped, it's Scott McTominay. Just go and see, man. They're crazy about him.
They love him. They love him as much as
Uh,
Maradona. Yeah, you're right. He won them the
yeah.
league, Player of the Year. This guy was like a Darren Fletcher, and he just left
yeah.
United and became a legend. Like fair play
Yeah.
to him. I think he'll
And
have a good one.
that midfield is not bad, huh? McTominay, McGinn. Not bad, bro.
No, not bad. They had Billy Gilmore, but unfortunately he got
Oh, yeah.
injured, so that
Billy.
might be a bit strained for them. But other than that, they have good defense. They have Robertson and Tierney, or how you know them, a lot of good
Yeah.
experience back. All their players are nearly in the Premier League, so like they have that experience, that strength. They're gonna play like expect you're facing like a Stoke City or a Brentford. It's not gonna be easy
Mm,
to get past them. Even I
mm.
think Brazil Scotland will be a very very nice match to watch. I think they can go. They can get to the next stage. They can
They
make
can
it.
beat Morocco, you think?
Look, it's Morocco is definitely the favorite, but what I said just now, I think they can beat Morocco. I think it'll be a surprise, but they can beat them. And for the
Mm.
African teams, I think Senegal, Ivory Coast, those two teams are coming very strong, very good players on form. Senegal leading. Senegal is Mane had an amazing season for Nasser and won the African Cup. I mean, who knows who won the African Cup? I actually don't know who won it. Was it Morocco or
Yeah.
Senegal? That was the biggest joke.
It's still in the court.
Yeah, yeah. No, but apparently they just gave it to Morocco like a month ago or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, but like it's so stupid, man. Like I
So,
think Morocco won. But see,
yeah,
Portugal or Saudi, which team are you supporting? I support Saudi, but not Portugal. I don't like Portugal, bro.
Mustafa is a
Well,
big fan of the team we didn't even talk about. All
yeah, we're gonna talk about now. I forgot. I just realized. Netherlands, the Dutch, baby. Huh?
yeah, Netherlands is the dark horse.
Yeah,
They used
man.
to be
That's what I'm
favorite,
talking about.
but I think now they're going to be a dark horse. They have a good team. I think they have the best defense in the whole tournament. Actually, that no one's talking about.
If he's fit, I'll give everyone 1,000 real bet that you're gonna have him in your fantasy team. Dumfries, for sure. You're gonna put him.
He's a
Everyone
Madrid
puts
player.
Dum.
You know that he moved to Madrid
He
just now.
he moved to Madrid. Yeah, bro, that guy is my favorite man, and everyone picks him in fantasy.
Yeah, yeah. He's always on the wing, like
Yeah,
scoring, assisting. He's crazy, man. He scored. He did like I think he got like 5 assists against Barca in that tie, in the semi-final tie.
yeah.
No, or sorry, 3 assists and 2 goals. That's crazy as a right back.
He's
So he's
crazy, bro. Attacking threat, baby.
gonna, yeah, definitely. Memphis
Uh,
Depay, Cody Gakpo, those guys underrated, not the best, but you never know.
Van Dijk, Van der Ven, Van Bastian, Van this, Van that. It's all the Vans, baby.
Yeah,
Uh, Kenny, McLean. I want McTominay, Scottish. I think he said who's going to win, Brazil or Morocco? That'll be a good game, man. But I'm backing Brazil, man. There's something I don't know, TK, if you have the same thing, but I have a soft corner for Brazil because I feel that they were when they used to be amazing, they used to be entertaining as well, right? Like they used to the passing, it was just magical to watch them play. So
Yeah.
if they can bring that samba football
Bra-
back, it'll be
Bra-
amazing, bro.
Brazil is the most loved team in the world because of that. They play with a smile on their face, always
Yeah,
playing for fun. It's like you're playing with your friends. Like they just play for fun. They do the tricks.
yeah,
No other team does that, and they just got the best coach to allow them to do that. Ancelotti. They didn't get a
Ancelotti.
coach
Yeah.
who's going to stop them, so it's going to be a very entertaining Brazil this World Cup. I'm sure.
Musi loves Van Dijk and Cody Gakpo and Ryan Gravenberch. Yeah, this summer I like them, bro. Cody Gakpo, my striker, baby. That's my striker. Where is Memphis? He's there.
Yeah, he's there definitely.
He's still alive, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's similar to Messi. He's playing in South America. He plays in Brazil. I forgot which club, but he's been there for the last 2 years, so he's used to the climate conditions. He might have a really good World Cup, given if he's fit. I'm
How
not
old
100.
is he, man? He's probably 30 plus, right? Like 35, 36, probably.
I think he's younger than you think because he had a decline at a young age. He's like
Mm.
after United, like people forgot about him, but he left at a young age. So I think he's not that as old as you think he is.
Donald Malan, he's coming for the Golden Boot. TK, bro, was Mustafa by a Chica fella in his time?
He's
Cheeky
still a
fella.
cheeky fella, bro. He's never not a cheeky fella.
The thing is, you were worse than me, but now you became mature, bro.
Yeah, like you can ask that question about me, but not about Mustafa. Mustafa's the same. Oh, one
I was
guy
gonna
we
say,
forgot about Holland is Daniel Malin.
yeah,
He
that's
went
what he was just
crazy with
saying.
Roma.
Phantom was just talking about him, Daniel Malin. Yeah,
Yeah, he had a crazy season for Roma, second half of the season. He might do
yeah,
really
he's partying in Brazil. He plays for Corinthians.
yeah,
He's
correct.
34. Oh, damn, he's only 34. So yeah, man, Netherlands could have a. I hope they have a good run, man. I always like that team since I was a kid, so I hope they do well. They have a nice fan base. It's like a gangster team always, Netherlands, man. Um, but yeah, so you're saying Morocco won't go too far, Senegal, Ivory Coast might go far. From the Asian teams, Japan, any chance for them? South Korea,
Yeah, Japan.
Australia, New Zealand.
Japan.
Yeah,
Like if you saw their last 5 or 6 games, they beat all the top teams in Europe. Like they're no joke. They play very nice football. They play like you want like a Nissan or a Toyota. Like that's going to be a good car. Nothing's you can resell it at a good price. It's the perfect car, but it's not a Ferrari. So like they'll go far. I think they can go pretty far, but they're gonna be a dark horse for sure. They're gonna be a very exciting team to watch. I don't know, but
I,
winning the World
you're
Cup,
sad from
I think.
you sad from Mitoma.
Yeah, unfortunately injured. He would have had a good World Cup, but Japan don't need him. That's how good their squad is.
You think it's so basically you're saying it's more of a team. It's not they're just not relied on one player. They have like a system where people just can fit in and then play a certain style of football.
Yes, exactly. I think they play like a 3-5-2, or it's like if you see their formation, it's like looking at like a circle. Like they're a proper team when playing. Everyone's everywhere. Like everyone goes back, everyone goes forward. It's as if they're all one player. Like if I'm racist, I'll think they're one player, but uh,
Yeah.
I think they'll do really well.
Yeah, man. If you guys, before we wrap, if you have any questions, let me know. There's also a couple more topics that I want to discuss, but you guys can ask any questions. This is Tariq, short form TK. We went to school together since grade one, right? Grade one. So since '98, we've been friends, and he watches a lot of football. So any football questions you can ask him, and he'll give your best. He'll try his best to answer. 343. He's saying Kubo, Maeda, Wataru, Endo, Samurai. Tell your top four of the World Cup. Yeah, TK. Who is the top four? That means semi-finalists, bro. So who do you think is going to play the semi-finals?
I think Spain, France, let's say Brazil, and then the fourth one is open. I can't really say who would it be. Could be
Bro,
anyone.
TK, I forgot to we forgot to talk about the main topic, man. Like my nationality, like
Uh,
the host nations, Canada, America, and Mexico. I have a feeling Mexico can go far. USA actually don't have a bad team either, man. They have a huge manager. Canada now have gotten, I think, America's former manager, right? What's his name with M? But
Jesse Marsh.
yeah, yeah, Jesse Marsh. He wanted to coach America, but Canada, I think, very pragmatic. They might go out of the group. They might win the like. I mean, go into the next round, but they're very pragmatic. USA can be a bit better, but Mexico is the team for me. Even though they didn't have the best build up or anything like that, and a lot of the. But like, if you see, the Mexican league is actually very popular. It's the most popular league in USA that people watch too. But yeah, your thoughts on the host nations?
Look, I'm very much similar to you. I think Mexico will go far, and if I had to say, this player is going to do really well, and for sure, no one. I don't think anyone's heard of this player. So like, uh, so I think this is going to be a very very like uh, strong shout for one of the best play, like a top player that will emerge from this World Cup is a guy called Julian Quinones. He
Hmm.
plays for Mexico. He plays in Qadsiya in Saudi Arabia, and he scored 26 goals this year, top scorer above Ronaldo. And I really think that this guy is gonna show up this World Cup. He's a 29-year-old winger, plays behind Raul Jimenez, but and no one's been speaking about him. I've been trying to watch videos, other podcasts, watch previews. Everyone speaks about Raul Jimenez, speaks about the other Mexican players, but this guy, no one's talking about him. And
That's why you have
I'm
to
gonna-
watch this podcast
yeah,
because we're talking
yeah,
about. I mean, you're talking about him.
yeah. So like, if I can leave,
I haven't heard of him as well. Even though I do follow Saudi League, but like I know Kassia, but I haven't heard of him. Yeah,
if I can leave you guys with one thing is watch out for this guy, Julian Quinones. I think he's gonna have a great World Cup.
for Mexico. And your Golden Boot.
I mean, the easy one is to say Mbappe, but if I actually had to give a golden boot, I'd give it to Oyarzabal because he plays Saudi and Cape Verde, two teams that they can win 6-0, 6-0. He might snap it up in the group stages and then
Yeah.
like go away with that. You know what I mean? This World Cup, it's
I,
about who has the easiest group stage for the golden boot. It's not really about who's the best player.
Yeah, and also we're gonna play the fantasy game, right? So we'll send the link to everybody on the chat as well, and I'm sure you're playing as well. So we'll discuss fantasy and
Yeah,
stuff as we get closer to the time. But like you have to come on like during the World Cup. You're like our World Cup analyst, bro.
definitely. I'm so honored and so happy to
Uh,
be here. So like, anytime you
Like
need me.
yeah, 100%, man. We really enjoyed it. I'll just take a last few comments before clip this clip. If he scored goals, yeah, okay, we'll clip it. Was that Jesse Marsh, ex Leeds coach with Liverpool? Yeah, TK Bro was mostly a bad boy in his time.
Yeah, very, very bad boy actually, but not the one that you're thinking of. He was a bad boy. He would mess around with the teachers, with
Yeah, like that. Not,
you know,
yeah,
but,
not
but he's halal. He's halal. He's a halal
no,
bad
no, yeah,
boy.
yeah. That's what he's asking. TK Bro must have been single forever.
uh, no, he hasn't. He's with me now.
Would you? uh, was he a bad boy in his time? Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for me. I think I'm very excited. I don't know about you guys. We'll do different topics whenever Tariq is free, like during the week and stuff. Build up to the World Cup. We'll maybe look at strikers, maybe midfielders. I mean, we did discuss everything here, but we'll talk a bit more in specifics. So we'll have different topics leading into the World Cup. We also have videos coming out, so make sure you go there, like, comment. I know Keshav has already done that, but make sure everyone else does. See you, boys. Great chat. Thank you, bro. Uh, yeah, man. Thank you, everybody. Any final thoughts?
It's so much to talk about this World Cup. So many teams. So like,
Yeah.
No,
We'll
just
talk about
excited to watch the games.
yeah. I mean, we'll talk about like a bit more in detail. By the way, Ecuador is going to do good, bro. Trust me, Ecuador is going to
Yeah,
do good.
I agree. I agree. They have their
Yeah,
defense is so strong. Yeah.
yeah. They
There's so
have
many.
a
I'm
solid.
sure there's so many players and so many teams we didn't talk about, but that's
Yeah.
only because there's so many teams. So I'm sure it'll come up.
Yeah, and I hope that we're both supporting Saudi. So if Saudi do win, if they beat Spain, then we're going to LA, right? Sponsored by
Yeah,
Evergreen.
definitely.
Sponsored
For
by.
sure.
Uh, I've I brought a friend as well. Tanishk, he's a school friend. Oh, Tanishk is a school friend, man. Thank you, man, joining us. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, subscribe button. We'll be with you throughout the World Cup as well. We'll get you the latest content. We'll have reels. We'll have short videos. We'll have live content as well, live videos too. And yeah, man, TK, can't wait to catch up more on football, and we'll discuss some fantasy stuff as well later on. Thank you so much for your time and really
Okay.
appreciate it. And
Thank
thank
you
you,
so much.
everybody. Catch you
Sure.
guys
Take
soon.
care.
Bye bye.